You're listening to the Jiu Jitsu Lou podcast, and I'm Lou Temlett. I'm guessing you're having a good day because either you've been on the mat, considering getting on the mats, or maybe joining your favourite coach to train. I'm so happy you're here listening or watching this episode. Please don't tap out before the end. When you want to support your children, start training Jiu Jitsu. I'd like to welcome Emilia to my podcast. Hi, Emilia. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you. And you? How is your day?
Fantastic. I'm doing really well. It's always fun to have a conversation at a busy time of the year, whether it's, looking after the kids for the school or competitions or training or lots of other events. And I know you've been really, really busy, and we will hear more about that. But I'd love to find out why maybe you wanted to support your children and start training jiu-jitsu. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, that's right. I support my kids just nearly when they start to do the jiu-jitsu. That it was 7 years before. My oldest daughter have just 11 years, the youngest 4, and they start to do the jiu-jitsu. We have very nearby school when they can start the jiu-jitsu, and we decide with my husband if they need to do it like extra, just run with my head.
Extra clubs.
Extra clubs, yeah. They cannot do it dance. They need to do it some martial arts.
I love that.
For defense. And we decide to try and do the jiu-jitsu. And after a couple of weeks, when I just sitting on the side with my youngest daughter, I just decide to start as well. And my youngest daughter, she near 4 years, she starts as well. That's the reason when my kids is starting, I start helping as well on the mat to coach the technique with them.
Amazing.
That's the reason I always was on the mat to support. It's like if I want to stop and just rest, because that extra hour just sitting and watch to rest myself, they always grab me. Okay, mom, you need to help me. I cannot do with that technique. You need to help me. It's just always like that. Even now, of course, I don't need to so much support now my oldest daughter, but the youngest one, she is now 11. She always, okay, I need you, mom. You need to be on mat. It's just always like that.
I love the fact that our children get us into so much trouble or fun and excitement.
Oh, yeah.
But, I had no experience of martial arts. And whilst I wasn't helping, I was not quite in that space. I wasn't as voluntarily helping. But I did get involved because all of us as a family started training. But it sounds like they roped you in, and 7 years on, you're a brown belt, and you're very successful in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, to the point where I saw you win your one of your matches at E039 in February, which was incredible. I was very, very impressed. So I'd love to hear about your jiu-jitsu journey and how you found it over the last 7 years, both for yourself and, sounds like, coaching your girls as well throughout that time.
What I can say is, you know what? It's always when I step on the mat, on my train, it's like I'm just focused about that. My mind is like running what happened on my life. I just try to be focused what is on the mats, what is my coaches say it, told my step by step about the technique, and I always have very easily to repeat what they are show for us and what they are told to me when they explain the technique. I never have like very difficult to repeat that. I catch very quickly. Of course, when we are when you have full sparring, it's just never, I cannot repeat exactly what I should, but when,
I love that.
when you just repeat and try slowly, step by step, I very easily I can do it. That.
Yes,
And
I think being parents, because we have to organise so many things, being on the mat space and just listening and learning, and being able to take in those instructions to be able to follow a move is, for some of us at least, is second nature. We find it very easy. But like you say, when we're sparring, I completely echo, and I'm sure some of the listeners will be able to echo, your mind and your process and your logic goes completely out the door, and you can barely string a sequence of moves together, even though you may have practiced them a million times.
Yeah, it's always is. It's as well. When I saw my fight with Enyo, and I saw myself what I'm doing is always, oh gosh, I can do. I why I don't do it that one? Well, I see this one. I can catch this one. It is always something, you know. But when you do it exactly with that time, it's just you don't have a time to to figure out. You just do it. It's quite different things. But I I think I do it well in Enyo, and I don't do it so many mistakes. Maybe couple what it could be better, like when I threw um, the ladies, you know, when I just take down her and threw her, I could to just more control her hands, and I will be landing on the mount position. But always we do it mistakes. Everyone is doing mistakes.
I think it's interesting that even though you're very successful, there's still an element of analysis, and I could have done this better, which I think is great actually, because it demonstrates that we don't all have to be perfect in whatever scenario, but we can still see the things that we can improve and make better.
Yeah, I think it's not no matter what belt you are, you will be doing some mistakes, and even more, you always will be learn. It's not even if you are like red belt, you still can learn, because jiu-jitsu at the moment is like still progress. It's like new movement they still have, and you will be learn all the time. Is that learning is like never ending book. They still can write down new things.
I love that, and I think that's, for some of us, a real interest, that it's never ending, and we're continually learning, and that's the reason why some of us, I'm still quite new, but some of us stay in learning Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for decades, and I think that's something to aspire to. That there's always a mental and physical challenge that we're dealing with.
Oh yeah, physical mostly, definitely.
Okay, tell me about some of your physical challenges, Emilia.
I remember when I was the white belt, and after a couple days training, I just feel so painful. The part of my body what I don't even expect they could the pain. You can feel the pain in there. Because that movement what we are doing on the jiu-jitsu is like with normal life you don't be useless, but on the jiu-jitsu you can find every single part of your body what you need to use.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
Hard. I think the people who do it like gymnastics, they have very good skills to do it jiu-jitsu, because some position what we have is like you need to be very stretch that part of your body.
Yes.
And it could be very painful if you are very stiff.
Yes. I'm thinking about my journey and completely echo and feel how it was at the very beginning, where there are parts of your body that really ache and you go, does that really have to hurt? But how can you challenge yourself more when you may have got to a kind of plateau in your physical development and things aren't really hurting? Not that you want them to hurt, but how would you recommend people continue to develop and find new strength in their physical growth within jiu-jitsu?
I think it's always it's never not, it's like I mentioned. It's never matter what belt you are. It's always good to do it like extra train in home. It's not a matter if it's yoga, if it's stretch or lifting. That all the things it will be help you after with your journey in the jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I think for me it's working stretch. I do it a lot of
Yeah,
stretch. Not anymore now, but before I do it a lot,
yeah,
especially when it was COVID. That is the mostly time when I spend to do the exercise in home with lifting, stretching, and jiu-jitsu as well.
I love that.
But yeah,
And you had training partners at that point as well.
you know what? Sometimes when I preparing for coaching, because I coaching ladies class, I want to try the extra movement if it's working on my in my home with, and I try to grab my kids because
Yeah,
they are size on me. They are tall, maybe just a little bit taller on me. That's the reason they are perfect
yeah.
training partner. But mostly when I just mention, they just try to, Mom, I'm very busy. Sometimes it's so hard to just grab them
Yes,
because they
yes,
knew it could be difficult movement or they
yeah,
just don't wanna.
yeah. They hear you coming.
Yeah, they hear.
It's not the other way round. Like
Mm. That's the
you're.
reason. If you see on behind of me, or maybe move, he never complains.
Oh, I on a previous episode we were talking about grappling dummies. Would you
Yeah.
recommend getting one?
Um. Uh, I would be say some stuff you can easily to try of dummy,
Yeah.
but takedown, not really.
Okay, I'm not good
Especially
at
him,
takedowns.
he's very heavy. I cannot lift him so easily. But rest of that, when you need to pass the guard or when
Yeah,
you need to practice knee on belly, perfect. Because
yeah,
Kido will be complaining, especially when you push the pressure on the chest or belly.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Okay,
But not
I like
takedowns.
that. Okay, if you're really good at takedowns but not so good at knee on belly, it sounds like we need to get a grappling dummy. I always get a bit squeamish about knee on belly, I must admit. Um, yeah, just kind of the kind of stomach chest area as a female.
Mm.
Um, do you have any recommendations for kind of alleviating the knee on belly fears when drilling or training?
Um, what I can say is when you have the specific knee on belly, if if your legs is on the position correctly, it shouldn't to be very painful. I know if
Okay.
everyone have different body types, and
Hmm.
especially for women, it will be just a little bit more difficult because our body type.
Yeah.
I will be said it could be difficult,
Yeah.
but I know if it's landing correctly, if you put your hands as well on
Yeah.
the one hand on the shoulders, one on the hips, what your legs is straight on the side, that
Yeah.
all the position it should to be fine. Especially when
Okay.
you try to do it the technique, it should to be all right. But if someone put too much pressure, they try to pull you up and the knee is pushing down, of course
Hmm.
that is very painful. But for
Yes.
technique, especially for technique, when they do it all these points where they should to support, it should
Yeah.
to be fine.
Okay. Knee on belly in the right place, hand on the shoulder, hand on the hip, leg out
Yeah,
extended.
yeah,
Got it.
it should to be absolutely fine.
Amazing. This is the Jiu-Jitsu Lou podcast with me, Lou Temlett, coming to you from the UK. Go and check out the latest video clips over on jiu.jitsu.lu on Instagram. And as you're listening or watching on your favourite podcast platform, I'd really appreciate you dropping the show a rating and a review. Today, I'm having a conversation with Emilia. Now, Emilia, we've gone through your kind of journey and your family training. I remember seeing you at E039, and you have a support within your family to kind of help you during competitions. And you're recently kind of back from ADCC in Coventry. Tell me a bit about how having someone there to support you really makes a difference.
Yeah, it's my support is my husband, Krzysztof. He's always with me when I take the part with the competition. I think, especially for me, maybe that is individual, but I know if I don't have the support, it will be very difficult for me because when you have your fights, you want to focus only what is happened in there. You need to just thinking what you want to do, how you want to take the person down, how you want to submit the person, and all that thing. You don't want to be in there and thinking, okay, I need to go in there, I need to check in there. Especially if you grab your kids together with you, if kids have everything, if they are not hungry, it's a lot of things is running and around your head. And if you have that support, what I have with my husband, it's quite very good. It's always he is driving. I don't need to focus to take me there as well, and I can rest. I don't need because especially if you have your competition very far away, like 3, 4, 5 hours driving, that is a lot. Definitely you will be very tired after that. But if you can focus just and sit on the side and just rest, sleep, whatever you need to do, it's much more helping. But I want to say is my husband is not only support me with on the competition because he's always helped me to prepare for the competition. He is helping me to manage the program with my exercise for competition. He's doing a lot of things about the organization, the training, what I need to do, and all that things like really like coach.
So how many medals has he won, Emilia? All of them.
My husband or me?
Oh, I was cracking a joke, Emilia. I'm sorry. It sounds like he is such great support to you. That's so good.
Yeah, he should win all that medal what I win.
Yes. round for both of you. It sounds like it's really important to have someone there supporting you. My experience is not quite that. I've been dealing with the kids, trying to feed them, make sure they're all okay, doing the travel and everything. And I'm not saying that's why I didn't do quite so well at my matches, but I can see the benefit of having someone there to support. So all you can focus on, or all you need to focus on is the preparation. Yeah, I can really see the value in that.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
That's good. There was before we started recording, you recalled a very good story from a recent match, I believe.
Yeah. Couple years. I don't remember now what years that was, but that was on Brighton. And the competition is been on the hotel where we have 2 levels. On the downstairs was mat and all the people who take the part on the competition, and on the top they have the place, the organization place when they people sitting in there with the computer and check if everything is running correctly. And I just already been on the downstairs when they grabbed me to start my fight, and I should to be with some ladies who is not arrived, and they, of course, because she is not arrived, they disqualification her. But accidentally, I hope so, accidentally they disqualification me,
Oh
and
no!
because I was on the downstairs, I couldn't see that, and
Oh
my
gosh,
husband is recognized that, and he just ran upstairs, find the people, ran to another one to explain, and it's just yeah,
amazing,
I just even knew I don't know about that situation. He just saved me after when we finished the fight, and he told me
incredible.
about that situation. But luckily, he was in there, and he just take the
So,
take the responsibility to just sorted out the problems.
oh, good. Save the day. It sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. Save the day.
So, you're a brown belt and you coach a ladies' class. How important is it for you to support other females in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu?
It's very important. It's you know what? It's competition is not everything. Is I think the mostly the reason why we should to train is if we will be with very difficult the situation when we need to defend ourselves or family, we
Mm,
can use easily our skills from jiu-jitsu to
yeah,
defend my I can defend my life and my kids' life.
yeah,
You know, is it is very important, but
yeah,
not no, not only that. Another one, you because you do the exercise and that is the full contact. Your how you feel after it will be much more help you. Especially,
yeah,
I think I said the last session on the Saturday. When you step on the mat, you forget to thinking about your problem around you and you focus what is happening on the mat, because
yeah,
you need to be focused to repeat the technique. You need to be focused when you spar if you don't want to be choked for someone. You need to
yes,
be focused. You cannot do thinking about something different what is happening on your life. You need to
yeah,
be focused. And after when you finish your train, I think you are much more open for new options and
mm,
see what you can do, or you just calm down and you can just thinking what has happened after with your life. I think it's very important to do it some jujitsu to help your
yeah,
life to organize to help yourself.
yeah. I think
You
it
know what
puts
I
a lot
mean?
of
It's like
things. Yeah,
especially when you stress and you
yeah,
are very angry, you can
mm,
just go do it jiu-jitsu. You
yeah,
definitely you will be tired after that. Everything is coming down, and you can
yes,
easily after focus what you need
yeah.
to talk about. It's just helping.
Yeah, I think it's really a good thing to be able to compartmentalize and have the
Yeah,
time just for ourselves
yeah,
as women
exactly.
on the mats. You know, life, like you kind of allude to, having children and lots of other things going on. You know, it's
Yeah,
really a space we can look after ourselves and be present with what we're doing. And
yeah.
I love, for me, the aspect of learning new things and refining
Mm,
and kind of that improvement. I really enjoy as well.
yeah, yeah. That's true. It's always new things, and it's good to even if you don't be do it jujitsu for long term because everything it could be happen. It's good
Yeah,
to try. Just
yeah,
come to do it one session, maybe two,
yeah,
three. Because I know it's for some ladies it will be fun, good fun on the mat, but some
yeah,
ladies maybe they don't like it when it's the full contact. That is absolutely fine. But
yeah,
just come and try and
yes,
you can say, okay, that is for me or
yeah,
no, doesn't for me.
yeah. No,
It's
I think
easy,
that's
but
really important. Giving
yeah,
giving it a try. But
yeah.
actually, you and I know probably that if you give it a try, you will be a lifelong Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in that space because
Yeah.
it becomes very, very addictive and very you want to be there. And actually, the weeks you don't train or the sessions you don't train, I've been off the mats for a week or two now, and my Instagram reel watch time has increased because I'm now wanting to learn from screen based things because I'm not able to train at the moment, and I can't wait to get back. And it's just building that energy and excitement to kind of get going again. And I'm missing it. I didn't think I would. I thought I'll be fine, but I am genuinely missing it. Have you spent any long period of time not training, Emilia?
I think only where it was COVID situation, but just when it's COVID, when we need to stay at home. That is only the time when I will be on the mats. Mostly, I don't say every single day because that is not what I'm doing. But 4, 5 times on a week, I am on the mat, and I cannot to see if I'm not. I need to be on the mat.
We all need to be on the mat.
Touch the mat.
I think it's such a safe space that we can escape to because we can just leave everything else behind and just go and train and have that time. Very importantly for ourselves as parents, we just need that time to ourselves.
Yeah. But you know what? If now my kids, especially the middle one and the oldest one, like 15, 18 years old, even if it was my I train with them. That's the reason I always now with my kids.
I love that.
But it's still it's good time. It's very good time. Even with I'm training with my kids, it's very good time.
Do you have any advice for anyone listening that hasn't yet tried Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or a martial art, or any of us that are in a space where we might not quite be feeling Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for us right now? Any kind of words of encouragement to try and get newbies or kind of existing team members back in the vibe of training?
The people who is not trained yet, they don't was on the jiu-jitsu class, I would be say it's worth it. Like before, I said it's worth it to try 1, 2 sessions and just see if it's that fit for you. Because if it's not for you, I don't be said you will be want to stay on the mat because it's like if you like it dancing, you don't will be in the jiu-jitsu, because okay, some people is like it. I don't want to say if you dance, you don't will be doing jiu-jitsu. I just say maybe if you love like ballet, you need to be careful with your legs and hands. That's the reason maybe jiu-jitsu is don't will be work with that dance type. But for the people who is trained and feel if you are maybe not want to do it anymore, what is every single I feel like that. It's like not give up because you have good day and you have bad day. Sometimes bad day is maybe you have more bad days. What is better days? But just focus what you are doing. Just focus about the technique. Maybe try to find new things and try after on the mat. It maybe will be working. Just don't close yourself only on the stuff what is showing your coach. Just try searching and try new things to like make you more interesting about the movement what we are used on the jiu-jitsu because like I said it's never ending book and we have so many stuff what we can try. That's the reason it's not only focus about one way, just try to be open with the another one new maybe fancy things, maybe it will be working for you. You never know. Just try the new things to still be open and not bored with the things what you are doing at the moment of your school.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's all fantastic advice. And of course, if your kids are encouraging you or they're already training, go and join them, because it will be the best thing you've ever done in your life, apart from having children,
true.
of course.
That's true.
Emilia, it's been absolutely fantastic chatting with you. I can't wait to meet you in person and not from the stands in NEO6 cheering you on. It would be fantastic to come over your direction and train with you one day. And of course, I'm planning a 1-year anniversary of the Jiu Jitsu Lou podcast. So that will happen in September. So you are more than invited with your family, and we will get a venue and all those other things sorted. Emilia, thank you so much, and take care.
Yeah, thank you very much, and maybe see you on the mat.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for telling your friends about this show. And as soon as this episode ends, I'd really appreciate you dropping the show a rating and a review. Thanks again for listening. Catch you on the next episode of the Jiu Jitsu Lou podcast.